Chinese nationals working with the Ministry of State Security are charged with global computer intrusion, campaign targeted intellectual property, and confidential business information. That was just announced yesterday at the White House. So let's kind of jump in on that to help our audience understand a little bit about what the announcement was all about yesterday.
Well, there are several interesting things about this. This pattern has been developing in earnest since the 2014, 2015 timeframe, when the Chinese stole the thumbprints, fingerprints, and identifications for more than 20 million federal employees from the Office of Personnel Management, then the Equifax attack, then the Marriott attack, and massive other attacks, the AP-10 attack on our cloud computing system, which was revealed in December of 2018. So this has been escalating, and it's now reached the point where we can say that the government now is stating categorically that it is the Chinese government, the Ministry of State Security, their equivalent of the CIA and NSA, that is coordinating these activities. We've seen what we call the APT groups, the Advanced Persistent Threat Groups. And so we haven't really understood the nature of their relationship with the central government. But now the US government is saying clearly these are arms of the Chinese state security ministry. And so that's one thing that's important, is that we're now linking it directly to the government. Another thing that's important is that all of NATO came along for the ride. These are important incremental steps. The big hurdle we haven't gotten over yet is recognizing that naming and shaming the faces, putting their faces on wanted posters, most wanted posters, isn't going to end this activity. As long as the Chinese can do this virtually for free and get access to all of our technological secrets, and as well as engage in encouraging ransomware attacks, there's no reason for them to stop. We have to figure out a way to get it to stop this, and it starts here in our country and how we manage our IT systems and our communication systems, which were created and with the assumption that it was a benign world. It was a fair world. People would engage on the basis of our rules. So we've built these great IT systems, cloud computing systems, and fundamentally they're defenseless against a determined state adversary. So that's where I'd like to. We have some very distinguished people watching and listening today, and I'd like to hear some of their thoughts about how do we proceed? How do we stop this pattern of interpenetration of our systems?